Pam padam pam 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 padam dun dun. Pam padam dun 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 dun. Starting in the settings. It's gonna be too loud when I'm gonna commentate. The engine sounds is gonna be way too loud and you're not gonna even hear me. No, actually no. I'm not gonna change anything. Hopefully the stream won't, or the game won't crash, so that the stream won't end. But yeah, it's Silverstone. Silverstone. It's a sprint week, sprint race today. So we are gonna only have short quali, then 9-lap sprint, and then 50% race. Silverstone, which means 26 laps. Yeah, full quali would be good for this, but would take like 2 hours. And then if it's gonna be the same as last time, if it's gonna be the same as last time in Azerbaijan, it's gonna be like 3 hours. Like it would be probably like going into 3 hours. They could be so long, which is way too long. PC is doing really slowly. Yeah, there are some new drivers, or at least one new driver, and some other people and some other drivers reserving for other teams. That is talks when it's gonna be qualifying. I think it's gonna be better. Checking, is there anything different? Well, it should be readying up, but nothing is really happening. turn off my laptop. I'm gonna get my phone charging. Alrighty. We are going. Well, we aren't. What the hell is doing? What the hell is happening, man? Okay, now it should be ready up. And now we should be. Travis should be readying up. Okay. Qualifying is starting right now. Mm. And it is raining as it was expected. As drivers are gonna in a few moments go out on track. Peak is reserving for McLaren. Ifni is reserving for Aston Martin. There's a new guy, URL Basal, who is driving for Williams. Everyone, pretty much everyone on wets. And there was, I think, one other driver. No, that's it. That's the only drivers reserving. The first driver to go is one of the owners, Raven. As right now, he's the only driver to be out on track. Quillen has joined. Is he supposed to be even here? I mean, he hasn't marked anything in the attendance, so I guess I don't know. Now, many people are now exiting their pit lane. It first of those people is on my mat. Then behind him it is Josh Nader. Then Kalman already retired, going out of the pit lane. Is anyone gonna go out of the pit so you can see how? Where did he even retire? Okay, and he left. Then behind Josh is Secret. Then behind him is Jacob. And behind Jacob is Cops Fan, who if I believe, if I'm not wrong, it's his birthday today, so it would be very good if he got a good qualifying and overall good race. Then well, oh, Leclerc doing some drifting out of Laffield. Like the, I don't know which corner that the little right-hander is, but before corner Laffield, and there's yellow flags out of the Max as Maximat hits the wall and broke his front wing. Josh Nader as well, having got spinning. And as well, there was yellow flags for the McLaren driver of Twitch Peak, but he doesn't have any damage. And as well, Josh Nader doesn't have any damage. But first of all, are gonna start their own laps. Secret is... No. Raven is actually the first one, I forgot about him, but he going very wide of that right-hander. Now Cops, obviously now Cops definitely, as a Ifni lost the rear in Cops and crashes. Maybe not the same as Verstappen did, but close enough. We're gonna see how of Chuck, well, not anymore, but we could have seen an onboard of Chuck's where did he crash, but he crashed at Cops as we were looking at Raven, and behind him Ifni crashed, but Raven is gonna end his own lap in a few corners, and the lap is gonna be 1:45.056, which puts him obviously pole position because it's short quali. Josh Nader being disqualified from the qualifying by going the wrong way, and he's gonna start last. Cameron is gonna start 17th, and probably Ifni is gonna start 16th. Should be next driver to go is to a lap. Secret. He doesn't have a piece of his front wing, so he was doing with damaged front wing, but is he gonna be... No, he's behind Raven as Cops fan beats Raven by 1/10, 80 thousandths. Jacob goes P3 between Secret and Raven. Well, obviously, for now, it's good for Cops fan to get at least, for now, the provisional pole position. But it's gonna be probably beaten by Jamie Dodger and Leclerc, who is still doing his own... Well, he's not doing a lap now. And he has as well broken front wings, so both of the Red Bulls had the broken front wings when they were doing a lap. Sharks has invalidated his lap. Peak doing very cautious as there are yellow flags at the Wellington Straight, but it just was going, and Aston Martin going slow. Peak had fastest, no, it wasn't actually. Raven improved his time by 7 tenths, exactly 7 tenths, and he goes provisional pole position. And Hack in the AlphaTauri beats Raven by 1/10, and he is now in the provisional pole position. Jamie, as of right now, probably the pole position contender, is doing his flying lap. Can he go faster than Hack's time of 1:44.247? Obviously, Cops now, it definitely is not flat out. You would have to probably have some cheats if you can take that flat. Not even W11 can do it. So you would probably have very good cheats. There are yellow flags in the third sector. Lewis goes provisional pole position 1:44.8 P2. He goes half a tenth faster than Hack, or 65 thousandths if you want to be correct. Jamie is gonna finish his own lap, going very cautiously with 5th gear, but is he gonna be ahead of Lewis? And it's probably gonna be, and he is going fastest. Provisional position by 900 tenths, and he goes provisional position 143.288, the first rider to go below or to 143s. Bazal in the Williams, going ahead of Lewis and Hack, ahead of Lewis by just 13 thousandths, but still P2 as of right now, which is very good for him. And he is in a Williams. Well, it is rain, heavy rain in some wets. Chalk spams after few miserable weekends, goes ahead of his own teammate 3 tenths, and Twitch Peak goes between the Ferraris in a McLaren. Very good lap by him, and Chucks is the first driver to go into 142s, 142.978. Jamie doesn't look that he's improving his time. At least the first sector. Second sector, is he gonna improve? No. 2 seconds, so no. Cops fan goes. Yeah, he did improve to P5 ahead of Bazal, but just ahead of him, but still very good. Jacob is still 10th as he spun, probably going out of exiting from the last corner, but it doesn't look that he has any damage. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have any damage, so that's at least somewhat good. Masterbat is not on a lap, some more of an in-lap. Still, Leclerc and Jimenez are yet to still do a lap, and as well Axel. So, you could kind of say that he still needs to do a lap, because like that lap of 145.223 is just not going to be enough. Dave goes just ahead of Jamie, P3, 10 thousandths ahead of Jamie, but he's still got a good lap to be ahead of Jamie. But yeah, it's very good for him. Or was he there before? I feel like he was there before when I was saying Cops fans time. There are yellow flags. That's Jacob spinning out of the Cops, I think. I was just slowing down. I don't know why is it? What? Am I the only one who sees smoke? Am I the only one who sees smoke like up in the air? That looks like kind of smoke. But anyways, Dave goes P1, provisional pole position 142.769. Nice. 2 tenths out of Chucks in an Alpine, which is obviously very good. Obviously very good. Again, yellow flags. Is Raven gonna improve his time? Is not. Behind him, Bazal going P2 in a Williams, 142.919, 6 hundredths ahead of Chuck Spams. Still a very good lap by him in a Williams. Drivers probably going out now in the final 6 minutes of the qualifying session. Yellow flags in the Wellington Straight, but that's just slow car moving, letting other drivers past. Is Raven improved? No, he has invalidated his lap. There's Lewis on his out lap. No, Dave is not improving. Bazal is not improving. Cops fan is not improving. There are yellow flags going into the Wellington straight. That's on Master Matt spinning or spun, but he has no damage. Jimenez finally going out of the pit lane, or at least trying to do a lap. Well, he doesn't look like it. He's doing a lap, or at least he's not confident. He's not really confident in the throttle, we see, that much. I mean, obviously Williams is a bit different. Maybe doesn't have that much rear grip. As we saw that in the exit of Cops, he had a little snap, but he saved it. Now Magus and Beckett. Most importantly, not spinning out. That's probably the most important. Just doing at least this first lap, like somewhat. Chuck Spence, I think he's finishing. No, he's not finishing his own lap. Or at least he invalidated just. No. At least he validated just now. Let's go back with Jimenez. What's that gonna put? It's gonna put behind Secret 146.706, but it's still ahead of Axel and Leclerc and Ifni. Yellow flags at Wellington Straight and Brooklands, if I'm not wrong. But it was just slow-moving car of Jacob, who is letting other people's past. So right now, many drivers are doing their flying laps as Jack Spams improves by almost 2/10. Peak beginning his lap. Raven retiring. He has crashed out. Let's see where he crashed out. It's in a very dangerous position. In a very dangerous position, he retired. And Chucks doesn't have any damage, luckily. And he improves by half a second. That is very good news for him. Twitch doesn't look like, or it didn't show that he's improving, and he's not improving. He's not doing a lap. But Chucks can improve here and go personal pole position. He just must not to spin out here, which he doesn't. And that is a time of 142.258, which puts him personal pole position by half a second. Yeah, by half a second. Behind there is Lost Jimenez, who is he's not improving on his time. But behind them there's and he spawns going into the finish line. But there is then On Master Matt and Dave. On Master Matt is gonna finish his time lap. He's gonna improve, but not by much. He's not improving his own time. There are many people who are on the laps. Secret, is he gonna improve on his time? No. What's that? 8 minutes. I don't know. The next driver probably to at least improve is gonna be Hack, I think. No. Okay, again, game a bit weirdly glitching. Lewis is improving through first sector. Is improving. He has improved second sector, which is very good news for him. Behind him, I think there is Bazal. It doesn't show if he is improving or not. Well, his time is in 2 minutes, almost 3. So now, let's look at Lewis's lap. Is he gonna even more improve his time? Can he go ahead of Cops Fan? Cops Fan is not on track, so he's probably not gonna go out anymore. Lewis goes ahead of Jamie, goes into P5 between Peak and Jamie, so it's very good. Bazal retires on track, probably hitting the wall or spinning out on the final corner. There we saw the car of Bazal in the background. The next driver to improve, or going to the finish line is Dave, but he's not improving his time. He can still do another lap. Twitch Peak has spun going out of the. I think this was Chapel. I don't remember. I don't remember some of these corners, but turn. I don't even remember this corner's name. Jamie goes ahead of Basal P3. Secret goes P5, but he at the same time he crashes out. His rear left tire pops out, but he has improved his time to P5. Leclerc still not out. I don't know if he has a quali ban or something, but there goes Hack, P5 ahead of the sister team or the older sister team, Red Bull. Are there any other drivers? Lewis is not like improving his time. Jamie, well, we don't see Jamie. Chucks is not improving. Is Jacob? No, he's not. Is Dave improving? We will see in a minute or a few seconds. The answer is yes, he's improving, but not by much. He has to find so much pace. Jamie is improving 3.5 tenths. So can he possibly find another 3 tenths into going into the third sector? There's as well Axel behind them. Is he improving? He was improving, but he invalidated his time. Dave is gonna go into the finish line. Can he improve his time? He is gonna improve his time, but not in position-wise. Jamie is improving by positions-wise, and it's a Ferrari front lockout for Ferrari. Chucks spams is on the provisional pole position if Hack can improve. Well, he's improving, but I don't think he can improve 7.5 or 7 tenths in the third sector. So it's possible. So it's gonna probably be a front row lockout for the Ferrari going into the sprint race. And it's the pole position for Chuck Spams. Behind him is Jamie, and third is Hack. I was gonna say that is Dave, but it is Hack. Surprisingly, he gained a lot of time there. It was like 4 tenths, and it is Hack P3. I was really gonna say that it's Dave, but it is Hack P3, Dave P4. Basal in his debut in a Williams P5, Secret P6, bit disappointing because he's in a Red Bull, but you could say it's okay. Peak 7th, Lewis 8th, Jacob P9 in his Aston Martin, the Alfa Romeo pair of Copspan and Axel 10th and 11th, Raven P12, bit disappointing from him. On Mathmat 13th, Jimenez 14th, and the drivers who did not do a lap is Ifni, Leclerc, Kalman, and Josh Nader, and that is the order. It's very good for Chuck Spams to now get a pole position, because in the few races that I've been commentating, his performance wasn't the best. In Miami, it just wasn't the greatest. And as well I don't want to talk about Azerbaijan. That was a whole other league, not in a good way. And unfortunately, I had to commentate that. Hopefully, it's not gonna be the same in this race. Hopefully, it's gonna be well. Obviously, it's probably there's gonna be fewer retirements, but hopefully, it's not gonna be like last time. Now the drivers have a difficult choice of either going to the softs, conserving them, or just pushing like flat out on the mediums, because mediums can last like 12-13 laps, but then softs, they can. I haven't really raced with softs in Silverstone, so I don't really know, but Chuck Spams is first going into the sprint race. Let's see what the drivers chose with the tires. Obviously, it's going to be 5 laps of racing, and and only 3 drivers went for the softs. It's Basal, Axel, and Jimenez. The rest of the drivers went for the mediums. You could kind of say that it's the safest choice, as Ifni and Kalman gets disqualified from the formation lap. But yeah, it's very good. But it's very good for Chucks to now get the pole position, as the few races that I've seen from him in this league weren't the best. Wasn't the greatest performances by him, considering that he's in a Ferrari. But now he got his chance. P3 is Hack as well, very good for him, as the Alfa Romeo Cops fan is going very slowly there, like splitting up the top 9 and the below top 9. You could say that it's the Fernando Alonso tactic. Dave as well had a very good qualifying, just missing out the top 3 in the qualifying. Bazal P5 in a Williams, as there was Dave who spun in the formation lap, but Bazal in P5 in a Williams compared to his teammate who is 14th. So that's very good news. But probably since the race is dry, he's gonna fall behind Secret. Maybe not in the first laps since he has softs, but when those softs are not gonna be in their peak, like in their highest performance, then he's just gonna probably fall back if he doesn't defend like crazy. You see Jacob doing very extreme tire warming. Twitch Peak P7, very good qualifying for him as well in terms of his in a McLaren. Lewis as well P8, very good for him. The Alfa Romeo pair, you could kind of say that's good. Well, considering that Axel has a lot of potential, what I've seen from him, it's just a bit, it's alright. Raven P12, many people spinning here, but it's not that good in terms of the Mercedes package what they have, as the drivers are lining up in their grid slots. Right now, Chuck Spams misses his grid slot as well on Master Mad, and probably the last to go into the grid slot is Secret. Lights should be going out now. It's gonna be first light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights out, and away we go. Chuck Spam's not really getting good starts as he gets jumped by his own teammate. Dave going out of Hack, as there are already retirements of Raven and Kalman, and that is a virtual safety car. It's Dave spinning. I don't. Whoa! What is this carnage? Jacob as well DNFing. So much carnage going at the back of the grid. Secret being promoted to P5. Dave dropping back to P4, his original pole position. Hack getting 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flag, but he got his 3rd position. But Basal dropping back to P6, and he has as well the front wing damage. I think there were some other drivers that have front wing damage, but I can't see now. Ifni retiring as well, so the Aston Martin pair out. Twitch Peak P7 as well. Lewis P8. They stayed in their own positions as they were starting. Almost at P9 gained a few positions. Actually 4. Axel gained 1 position on his teammate, but he has no front wing at all, so he's probably gonna pit. Cops fan as well has broken front wing, but just the end plate, so he can kinda carry on. Jimenez 12th gained 2 positions. Josh Nader gained 5 positions, but he doesn't have his whole front wing. And Leclerc P14 getting 2 positions, but he is 20 seconds behind Josh Nader. Axel getting 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Not great start in not a great start in the race. As 4 drivers retired in the first lap, considering that this is actually it's a full safety car. It changed to a full safety car. Meanwhile, I was talking what's happened in the grid, but Ferrari still keeping their 1-2 positions. The only change is Jamie got chocks in the start, but there's no contact between them, luckily, which is good for the team boss and for them. Hack and Dave keeping their positions, but Hack has 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags, and then no, I don't think that can be actually removable, because it's gonna go immediately into the 50% race. That's actually very good news for Bazal. Obviously, he has the front wing damage, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he has the front wing damage, but for someone like Jimenez, who doesn't have front wing damage, well, he has the penalties. The penalty of 5 seconds probably as well for ignoring yellow flags. But he's on softs, so he can gain some time. The drivers who are now on softs are gonna gain some good few positions. I mean, those who have whole front wings, obviously. Is Bazal gonna go into the pits? Well, he didn't go in the first lap, and he's not gonna go in this lap, so he's probably gonna stay out on track, just trying to probably keep the positions, or just be like dropping few places to P8 just to getting that 1 point. If I remember right, it's only the top 8 who gets the positions, as Secret had to move out to the right, because either the whole pack ahead of Dave, or just Dave had to brake really early, or maybe just Hack. But I'm not here to blame anyone. I'm just commentating race. I'm not an FIA steward. The race has now gone about a bit more peacefully. The race, but not in the Discord chat. Obviously, I'm not gonna judge those. I'm just a commentator. I'm not gonna commentate what's happening in the Discord server. I'm obviously not saying that I should be paid. I'm not that of a ticket, or whatever you wanna call it. But it's not. I don't think it's good as well to read like what other people's are writing in the Discord chat. It's a bit weird how Raven got either taken out, maybe taken out, like in the first 5 seconds of the race. Leclerc is catching. Oh, Almaster Mad has spun in the. Almaster Mad has spun under the safety car, which dropped him to P13. He was initially P9, but he's now P13. He doesn't look that he has any damage. Safety car is in this lap now, so Jamie is gonna control the pace. Leclerc has catched up to the grid, so that's good for him. Jamie is gonna control the pace now, and he's gonna choose his own time to go. It's probably gonna be now. Yeah, it's surely now, and it's go. It's go. Hopefully no any other crashes now, as they're almost going 3 wide into Abbey, the first corner. Luckily nothing happened as of like crashing, but Copspan is trying to go around the outside. Now he's on the inside. As Copspan got spun, or half span. Axel gaining the position on Jimenez. Leclerc has improved his position to P11. Dave still battling with Secret. Secret going around the outside of Dave, going into Laffield. A bit of contact, but they're going side by side going into Cops. But Dave, Secret has done now a switchback, exiting now Cops, but he has lifted off, and he's gonna live for another day. Twitchpeak has improved his P7 position to P6, overtaking Basal. Now Secret is gonna go again around the outside, but now Stove. Can he do here? As he spins Dave out, he uses the reset to track, which I don't know if it's allowed here. I don't remember, but he drops down to P9. Axel being kinda stuck behind now Dave. Leclerc improving his position to P8. He has now at least 1 point. He's now gonna try to overtake Lewis going into the first turn. Hack trying to overtake Chucks going into the turn 3, now turn 4. That's really good for him. Jamie extending his lead as Dave being spun. He has spun into turn 3. He has dropped down from 4th. Now 10 places back. And Alpine are P13 and P14. They were in the safety cup P4 and P9. Now they are in the second last and last positions. Axel improving his position. No, it was Josh Nader who improved his position by overtaking Jimenez, I think. Peak getting 3 seconds. Chucks has re-overtaken Hack. But there is 4 drivers now trying to go into P2. Hack overtakes easily Chucks going into Stove, and Secret tries to go on the inside of Hack, and they both collide, and both of them have been spun. I don't know. That was probably maybe Secret's on Secret, but who am I to judge? Peak from P6 has now improved his position to P3, P2, sorry, P2. But Chuck Spams is, as of right now, still in his penalty zone of 3 seconds. Basal improving his position to P4. Leclerc, who is starting P16, now he's P5. His own teammate helped him out a bit by spinning out Hack. Leclerc going down inside of Basal, which he made very easily. Now his next target is the rival, or the car rival, the constructor rival of Chucks. He is gaining a lot. Chucks doesn't have the greatest pace. Maybe actually it was just very good that he just handled the wet conditions in quali, but just doesn't have the pace going now into the dry race. Jamie still improving his gap now to Peak. It's 3.5 seconds. Josh Nader overtaking his own teammate Lewis going into Stove. Maybe as well it was a team swap, we don't know. Twitch Peak getting the fastest lap of 10:30.805. Leclerc being really close now to Chucks. Secret overtaking Basal going into the first turn. Secret trying to be as close as possible, exiting these couple of corners, now going into the Wellington Straight. DRS open, ERS as well being activated. He has less ERS than Chucks. He cannot overtake it now here, as there are yellow flags. As there are yellow flags, That is lost. Jimenez was spun out of turn 4. I'm losing a bit of my voice, but our mastermind has retired. I think no, that's not returning in the pit. That's just spinning out of the last corner. Leclerc trying to overtake. He has overtaken Chucks, going into the maggots. Now Chucks has the DRS on Leclerc. Chucks has more ERS. Can he overtake going into the stove? He goes around the outside, but he can't. He can't overtake Secret going on the outside. But now into the chicane. Is he gonna go down inside? He is trying, but he chooses to not do not. As Leclerc spins out of the final corner, and he loses positions. He's now P8, P9. That was really good recovery from him, but he's now dropped to P9. He has lost. He's now gonna get nothing as of right now. He's gonna get nothing as he spins out, going into the first corner, caused by the hot rear brakes. Jamie still improving the gap between him and Peak. Leclerc getting 10 seconds from exceeding the track limits, but that's probably just him being just too much, or just being like he was too long in outside of the track. Leclerc was probably going to be P2 because Peak has the 3 seconds. He's now 13th. He's lost. He's fighting with Jimenez. He had such a good recovery from starting P16 and then just being caught from all the carnage. But that's gonna be going down to nothing. But luckily that is just a sprint race. Luckily this is just a sprint race. Leclerc getting 3 seconds. Josh Nair overtaking Axel as Josh Nair as well, trying to go around inside of Bazal, going into this final couple of corners. He's on the inside. Is Bazal gonna leave enough space? He's gonna leave enough space. Lewis returning in the pits. Bazal taking a bit of wide line, exiting out of the final corner, but he stays still inside. Axel trying to go around the outside of Josh Nader, but Josh Nader and Axel are gonna have the DRS on Bazal. Bazal now is gonna try to defend from both of those. Axel being really close to Josh Nader. Leclerc as well resigning in the pits. Axel trying to go around the outside of Josh Nader. He can't do it. As well, Josh Nader was too far back to overtake Bazal. This is the final lap, which is very good for Bazal, getting those few points for the Williams team. Jamie dominating, maybe not getting the pole position, but after getting that P1 of the start, he has dominated this race. It was supposed to be in Azerbaijan, but now he's gonna get at least the sprint race win in almost spinning out of the final corner. But battling for the P5, there is Josh Nader who overtakes Bazal around the outside of Stove, and he gets the P5. Can Axel overtake Bazal going into this chicane? No, he can't. And that is Josh getting the P5 on the final few corners. Bazal getting P6, Axel P7, Hack P8. Actually, Dave going into P7 because Axel and Hack had their penalties. So Axel P8 getting that final point. Hack getting 9, or being 9th. Cubs fan, not the best result in his on his birthday. And Jimenez finishing 11th. Jesus, if this is just a sprint race, then oh my god. This is just a sprint race, and my voice just going off, man. And Jamie getting those 8 points. Peak getting them 7 points. Jock from pole position while recovering a bit. Or maybe not really recovering, but just staying in the podium places. Secret P4, a bit controversial with the collision with Hack, but he still got the P4. Josh Henry P5, starting dead last. Bazal P6, Dave P7, and Axel getting the final point of the sprint race. Now we are gonna go into the main event, the race. 26 laps. Yeah. But yeah, it's we're already loaded in. We're not in the qualifying, but yeah. Um, we're waiting for players. For some reason. Uh, does, wait, wait, I need to check if there are. Now I'm stuck in this. For now I'm stuck in this thing. Well, I don't need to see this, man. I don't know why it says that um, this. Like I can't even go. No. It's probably gonna be a session restart, I think. But I don't know. Hopefully this goes off. Okay, at least note that I should not go into the race director. Ah, nah. I have this. Oh god. Oh god, I'm stuck in this. Stuck in this screen, man. Ah. I shouldn't have done this. I just quickly